Hello, Jacob here, with a Week 13 Minnesota Vikings preview. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the Minnesota Vikings take on the Jacksonville Jaguars at US Bank Stadium on Sunday. So, let's get into it. So the Minnesota Vikings, as I said, will be hosting the 1-10 Jacksonville Jaguars in a game that should be a rout. So, what does that mean? It'll be anything but. Especially because these Jacksonville Jaguars gave the Green Bay Packers a run for their money. Literally, I'm pretty sure the running back was the only one who actually did anything in this game. But anyway. Games like this, the Vikings should handle business easily. But they rarely ever do. At least this season. And it's because that defense is yikes level bad. Remember how I told you this is very similar to like a 2013 or 2014 Minnesota Vikings defense? Well, let me rephrase that again. This is literally a 2013-2014 Minnesota Vikings defense. The only difference this time is our offense, for the most part, can usually overcome, or at the very least, keep them in it. To be honest, it used to be the opposite even just a few years ago. But anyway, the Minnesota Vikings, again, are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm still not 100% sure who their starting quarterback's going to be. But, I don't know if it's going to be Jake Loughton, if it's going to be Mike Glennon. Who knows at this point? So, I don't even know if Gardner Minshew's back yet or if he's done for the year. I'm not 100% sure on that either. But anyway, like I say, the biggest thing to stopping the Jacksonville Jaguars offense for me is going to be stopping their running back in James Robinson. An Illinois State product, by the way. Missouri Valley football represent. But anyway, so James Robinson is very underrated in my opinion. Like I say, he single-handedly ran over the Green Bay Packers. Well, to be fair, though, who hasn't run over the Green Bay Packers defense? But anyway, that's, nothing new. Because I watched that game and, again, the Jacksonville Jaguars gave the Packers a run for their money. So we cannot take the Jaguars lightly. Especially because they have Laviska Shenault, who is pretty good. DJ Chark, who is a very underrated receiver. However, though, their defense, again, couldn't stop a damn cold either. So, it's going to be, for us, on defense, obviously, slowing down those three players in Chark, Shenault, again, if they're all playing, and James Robinson. Now, switching it over to the offense, our offense could have a pretty good day against this particular Jacksonville Jaguars team because, again, their defense is not that good. But our defense is also not that good. But again, like I say, injuries, this, that, the other thing, not really focused on that, but Also, Adam Thielen is off of the COVID list, so that's always a positive sign to have all of our major weapons back. So, honestly, everything is there for the Vikings to just absolutely mollywomp these guys. We're heavy favorites. We're at home. So what does that mean? We're probably going to lose this thing. Or make it way closer than it should be because Vikings. There was this Facebook meme I saw where it was like the dog and like the Vietnam War flashbacks, and it said, Vikings when they're heavy favorites at home. Pretty much, because it seems like this year, whenever we've been heavy favorites at home, we've either A, shit the bed, a la Cowboys, or B, basically get bailed out by the Panthers. we should have lost that game on Sunday last week. And again, hence the video, how the hell did we win this game? So, I mean, even if the Panthers would have run the ball there at the goal line, at the very least, you would have milked the clock down to about a minute. But, yeah, like I say, blah, 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 yada, 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 and all that stuff. Now we're on to Jacksonville. So, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, if Kirk Cousins can execute the way he's been doing these last few games, we should be fine. Fourth quarter Kirk Cousins he's wow. I mean, that's all I can say about the dude. The dude has been absolutely phenomenal in the fourth quarter this year. The only problem is, again, the defense really hasn't helped him out this year. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, the Vikings still have a shot at potentially a playoff berth here. But, again, I'm not going to, say anything. I'm not going to, say, hey, we're going to the playoffs, or, hey, we're going there. I'm not even, at this point, let's just beat Jacksonville. And please focus on Jacksonville, because the game after Jacksonville is the Tampa Bay game. Down in Tampa against the Bucks, who, that might be an interesting thing to be listening to over the next few weeks, because holy powder keg Batman. Sounds like Bruce Arians and Tom Brady are not getting along, but again, we'll focus more on that next week. So, yeah, I mean, again, everything is out there for the Vikings to win this game. If we can slow down James Robinson, slow down Laviska Shenault, slow down DJ Chark, slow down their defense, which, again, they're not a great defense, but again, as I said before, they've given teams a run for their money. And hell, they beat the Colts week 1. The Colts, who are currently in a battle with the AFC South with Tennessee, but again, Tennessee sort of, yeah, basically Tennessee at this point said, okay, enough playing around, let's win this division. So, but again, it'll be interesting to see here, because the Jaguars have also played the Vikings tough over the last few times we've played them. Granted, we really haven't played them a lot, obviously, since the Jaguars have only been in the NFL since '95, and we play them every 4 years, so, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, because, again, the Vikings have had a history of making these games a hell of a lot closer than they need to be, and while letting those, quarterbacks and players look a hell of a lot better than they are, which, I mean, again, they're NFL players. It's an NFL franchise. So you can't take anything lightly here. So yeah, I mean, that basically wraps this up. I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't win. There is none. Because, again, our offense is deadly. When it's clicking, it can beat almost anybody. Because we have so many different weapons, so many different options that center around not just Dalvin Cook, but Thielen. Jefferson is on a tear this year. Like, potentially surpassing Randy Moss's Vikings rookie record for receiving yards. And he's in the conversation for offensive rookie of the year, but it's probably going to go to, Justin Herbert. Which, ironically enough, the Chargers are, but anyway, they're kind of in the same boat we are. The only difference is their offense is, still relatively young. But anyway, so yeah, if the Vikings can slow down the Jaguars' main weapons, if they can just keep imposing their offensive will like they have been, we should win this game. And then move on to Tampa Bay and keep this thing rolling. Because, again, we're still in the hunt. the Bears losing to the Packers helped. Us beating the Bears helped. So, just keep winning, Vikings. That's all I'm going to say. If you can just keep this momentum going, just keep it moving forward, whatever happens, happens. And then we can reload in 2021. So yeah, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good night.